Chalo, in brief, we will today discuss about how to solve a first order or second order differential equation. I will not going in detail. I will be just briefly explaining how we will be solving first order and second order differential equation. So with differential equation we are talking about first order, that means dy by dt plus y equal to x. This will be your first order differential equation. And when we are talking about second order differential equation, when we are talking about second order differential equation, it is d square by dt square plus dy by dt plus y equal to x. These are your first and second order differential equations. So when we are solving these first order or second order differential equation, these are simple differential equations. And for solving these kind of equation, we require to calculate what is CF and what is PI. CF is known as complementary function and PI is known as particular integral, or you can say that complementary function is a temporary part and particular integral is a permanent. So it is only for a small duration and it is for final. So when we are talking about CF, it can be indicated as transient response, or it is known as unforced response, or natural response, or force free response. क्योंकि if you remember, CF is when we make differential equation equal to 0. That means we are making dy by dt plus y equal to 0. And then we are calculating CF. So this 0 means we are making input which is applied to the system equal to 0. That means that's why they are also known as unforced response or force free response or natural response, or it is also known as transient response. And when we are talking about PI, it is known as steady state response, or also known as force response. Because in this we will be applying the input and then finding what is the solution. So when we are talking about CF, we make differential equation equal to 0. That means for first order system, we make the equation as dy by dt plus y equal to 0. And for second order system, we make d square y by dt square plus dy by dt plus y equal to 0. And now we will be solve this equation and we will write auxiliary equations as d plus y equal to 0. Sorry, dy plus y equal to 0, or d square plus d plus y equal to 0, or we write it as d plus 1 equal to 0, because we make y common, so it will become d square plus d plus 1 y equal to 0. So these are your auxiliary equations, and then we find roots of auxiliary equations. For this we get d equal to minus 1, and we will solve this. So if we get d equal to minus 1, your CF will be a e raised to power minus x1t, or you can say r1t. And if it is a second order equation, you will get two roots. Then your complementary function will be a1 e raised to power minus r1t plus a2 e raised to power minus r2t. To dy by dt plus 3y equal to 10. And now we have to solve this differential equation. So for this, we will be first find what is auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation, we will make it equal to 0. So that is 2 dy by dt plus 3y equal to 0. So we write it as 2d plus 3 equal to 0. That means d equal to minus 3 by 2. So that will be the CF of this solution will be a e raised to power minus 3 by 2t. This is the CF of this. If we have a second order differential equation, let's say d square y by dt square plus 5 dy by dt plus 4y equal to e. So first we will write auxiliary equation. So that is d square plus 5d plus 4 equal to 0. Now I will solve this. I get d plus 4 and d plus 1 equal to 0. That means r1 equal to minus 4 and r2 equal to minus 1. That means your CF will be a1 e raised to power minus 4t plus a raised to power e raised to power minus t. This is how we will be finding CF. We will get a1, a2 later, but this will be your CF for second order differential equation, and this is for first order differential equation. Now if you get m1 m2 as minus 2 and minus 2, let's see, you get repeated roots, same roots, then it will be your yc or complementary function will be a1 plus a2t e raised to power minus 2t. When we have a repeated root, then it will be having same roots k1 plus k2, a1 plus a2t e raised to power minus 2t. If you get complex root, then your complementary function will be e raised to power minus 2t, a1 cos 5t plus a2 sin 5t. This is how we will be solving and finding the equations. So this is the brief about how we will be finding what is the CF, complementary function of a differential equation. Now we have to talk about what is the PI. PI is when we apply force or input to the system. So PI is 1 upon auxiliary equation into input. So let same equation 2 dy by dt plus 3y equal to 10. So your PI will be first the auxiliary equation of this. So it is 2d plus 3. So PI is 1 upon 2d plus 3 into 10. Similarly, if you have second order differential equation, let d square plus 5d plus 4y equal to e. Then your PI will be 1 upon d square plus 5d plus 4 into e. And then we will be solving this and we will be finding what is PI. So we have a method which will be known as Laplace transform, and the beauty of Laplace transform is it will convert your differential equation into simple quadratic equations. That means dy by dt plus y equal to x. It will be converted like this, something like this. This is not of this. It is the Laplace transform will convert your differential equation into simple quadratic equations of S. This is the Laplace transform. You will study detail about Laplace transform in your maths, but I will be introducing Laplace transform and how to use this Laplace transform for our analysis. So let ft be any function of time. The Laplace transform of this is Laplace transform of ft will be fs, and that is generally referred as integration 0 to infinity ft e raised to power minus st dt. This is the Laplace transform of any function which is given ft. And then we have inverse Laplace transform is of fs. It will give you ft, and that is 1 upon 2 pi j integration minus sigma plus j infinity to sigma plus j infinity fs into e raised to power st ds. These are the formulas of Laplace. जनरली ये याद रहे तो ठीक, नहीं भी रहेंगे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. हमें जब हम सर्किट में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो लाप्लास को अप्लाई कैसे करना है उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. फिर भी ताकि थोड़ा सा याद रहे उसके लिए we will be talking about how to find the Laplace transform of any function. So generally when we are talking about circuit analysis, we have some specific terms which we will be using for Laplace transform. So generally they are referred as inputs or various functions, unit step, sorry, unit ramp, then exponential, then sinusoidal, and so on. So I will be explaining two of the functions, and then we will be going to use what is the Laplace transform of various functions. We will be not discussing in detail about all the functions. So when we are talking about Laplace, so we have first is unit step function. It is simply a function, a DC value. Here we have time, here we have function ft. So a unit step function is simply a function which is 0 before t, and when t is less than 0, then input is 0, and when we are t is greater than or equal to 0, then it will be 1. This is a unit step function. So at t equal to 0, we have applied an input in the system, and before t equal to 0, we have 0 response input. So when we will be talking about Laplace transform of ut, then it will be 0 to infinity. Ft means ut e raised to power minus st dt. And because from 0 to infinity you have ut equal to 1. So that means 0 to infinity e raised to power minus st dt. So it will be e raised to power minus st upon s. 0 to infinity and minus. So when we put values, it is e raised to power minus infinity upon s minus e raised to power minus 0 upon s. So it will be e raised to power minus infinity means 0, and e raised to power minus 0 means 1. So it will be minus 1 upon s. That means 1 upon s. So Laplace transform of unit step function is 1 upon s. And if it is a value is k, if the value is k into ut, then it will be k upon s. And if we talk about inverse Laplace of k upon s, it will be k into ut. So it is a simply Laplace transform of unit step function. So this is the simple method or analysis for unit step function. हमें बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है कि how we will be getting a Laplace transform. We are only bothered about some of the function which we will be using in this and what is the Laplace transform of them. We are not bothered about how to solve. So when we are talking about some functions which we will be using, so I am writing ft and fs of that. So first is the unit step function. As we calculated, it is 1 upon s. When we are talking about exponential function, then it will be 1 upon s minus plus a. If it is e raised to power at, then it will be 1 upon s minus a. And if it is e raised to power minus at, then it is s plus a. And if we are talking about sine omega t, then it will be omega upon s square plus omega square. And when we are talking about cos omega t, then it is s upon s square plus omega square. And if we are talking about t की power n, then it is factorial n upon t s की power n plus 1. And if we are talking about e raised to plus minus alpha t into ft, means any function which is multiplied by e raised to power plus minus alpha t, then it is simply the fs, and then we will be putting s equal to s minus plus alpha. ft का fs निकाल दिया हमने, एंड उसमें s की जगह s इक्वल टू s माइनस प्लस a कर दिया. That means if we are talking about e raised to power plus minus alpha t into t की power n, it will be factorial n upon s minus plus alpha into s की power n plus 1. You have to just write s plus alpha or s minus alpha in place of s. This is the important Laplace transform term which we'll be using for analyzing any circuit. किसी को कोई confusion इसमें?
सर ये t की पावर n वाला बताओ ना.
हाँ,
t की पावर n.
t की power n, it is factorial n upon s की power n plus 1. Means if we are talking about t square, it is factorial 2 upon t की s की power 3. If we are talking about t की power 3, so it is factorial 3 upon s की power 4. और किसी को कोई कंफ्यूजन? यू जस्ट रिमेंबर दीज. अगर ये याद रख लेंगे तो और प्रॉब्लम विल बी सॉल्व. हमें बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में लाप्लास में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो नहीं किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम? तो जनरली वी हैव सम थ्योरम्स. लाप्लास की तो कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरम जो जनरली हमारे काम आ जाएगी. That is Laplace transform of any function a into ft. That means a is a constant, so it is simply a into fs. So constant will not affect the answer of Laplace transform. So it is ft is fs. So if it is multiplied by any constant, so that is also multiplied by the constant. So similarly, when we have a into f1t plus minus b into f2t, so it is similar to a f1s plus b f2s. So simply if you are adding two functions of time, so it is simply write Laplace transform of first function, Laplace transform of second function, and then add them. Then we have Laplace transform of df by dt. मीन्स डिफरेंशिएशन के लिए अगर हम बात करेंगे तो दिस इज एफ एस एफ एस माइनस एफ जीरो प्लस. तो df by dt का अगर हम लाप्लास की बात करेंगे तो इट विल बी s into fs minus f0 plus. And if we are talking about d square f by dt square, so it is s square into fs minus f into f0 plus minus del f by del t 0 plus. If we are talking about Laplace transform of d3f by dt3, so it is simply s3 into fs minus s square into f0 plus minus s into del f by del t 0 plus minus del square f by del t square 0 plus. याद हो 0 plus means the response just after when system is make equal to 0. Then Laplace transform of any integration when 0 to t ft dt, then it is fs upon s. तो जब डिफरेंशिएशन होता है तो fs आ जाता है और इंटीग्रेशन होता है तो fs अपॉन s आ जाता है. Then we have initial value theorem. Initial value theorem is we have to find the solution of any function at time t. So it is limit t tends to 0 ft. It will be equal to limit s tends to infinity sfs. Limit s tends to infinity into sfs. And similarly we have final value theorem. So it is limit t tends to infinity ft. It will be equal to limit s tends to 0 sfs. So these are two important theorems which we'll be using in Laplace transform, initial value theorem and final value theorem. So these are the Laplace transform, some of the theorems or important parameters which you have to remember about Laplace transform. So if you remember these first and these two, this table, basic table of Laplace transform, and then important theorems about Laplace transform, our work is completed. We don't require to go how we are finding the Laplace transform and then how we will be solving. It is simply calculation of this. किसी को कोई कंफ्यूजन इसमें?
सर इन क्वेश्चन से हम फर्स्ट ऑर्डर सेकंड ऑर्डर हर तरह के डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ करेंगे ना, हमारा काम यही है. We will be solving our differential equation with differential equation method and also with Laplace method. जैसे कुछ लाप्लास की अगर हम बात करें, जैसे हमने बात की यूनिट रैंप स्टेप फंक्शन ut, तो इट इज 1/s, and if it is a shifted function means generally we are talking about this. Shifted is like this, that is we have shifted our function to t minus t, or we have shifted to t. If we have shifted the function ut minus t, then it is e raised to power minus st upon s. इसका बहुत ज्यादा हमारे को यूज नहीं आएगा. Delta t is a unit impulse function. The Laplace is 1 e raised to power at 1 upon s minus a, e raised to power minus at 1 upon s plus a, sin omega t omega upon s square plus omega square, and cos omega t s upon s square plus omega square. याद रखने का तरीका सिंपल है. cos में s आता है, sin में s नहीं आ रहा लास्ट में. cos मीन्स cos s आ रहा है तो s आएगा ऊपर, नीचे तो s स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर ही है. ओमेगा अपॉन एस स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर और s अपॉन एस स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर. देन t की पावर n इज फैक्टोरियल n अपॉन s की पावर n प्लस 1, t 1 अपॉन एस स्क्वायर e raised to power minus at into sin omega t. So simply omega upon s square plus omega square is sin omega t, and we are putting s as s plus a. So it is s plus a square plus omega square. So when we are multiplying e raised to power minus at, it is simply we have to put s equal to then similarly e raised to power minus at cos omega t, so it is s plus a upon s plus a square omega square. S upon s square